Dramani Mahama so ya de na momo na baso.
President Mahama buys 3,000 bags and boxes of tomatoes and onions following a passionate appeal by MP Ohene Frimpong. But following that very kind gesture by our president, many more farmers are making such demands on the president. And we ask, was that the right way to address the issue when it arose? Or there was a better way the president would have gone about it when the MP said the farmers were stranded with their farm produce and they couldn't find buyers? We'll talk about all this and more on this episode of Talk Chaw. My name is Chris, and I'll be doing this with.
Once again, I go by the name of Percy, and currently I'm so much happy. I'm so much happy. So much.
You know, you're always happy. Are you a jelly bean?
I'm just so happy because a group of farmers can actually count their blessings and name them one by one.
Yeah, I think about 3,000 boxes and bags of onion, and I think it's 1,000 boxes of tomatoes and 2,000 bags of onions, right? Tomatoes 1,000, 2,000 onions. Is that what I just said? Yeah. So basically, that was it. It's about a few weeks ago, about a week or two, right?
Okay.
In which the MP of Asante Akyem North, right? That's Ohene Kwame Frimpong, made a video, a passionate appeal to the president that his farmers are stranded. It's a farming community, like most part of it. You are from the place, so you know most part of them. Most part of that very jurisdiction or constituency are farmers, and they farmed onions, tomatoes, all the groceries that you can think about, and they were stranded with thousands, hundreds of bags and boxes of the farm produce, and they couldn't find buyers. They couldn't also commute it to various places that they could buy. So they called on the president. They called on the MP to help them call on the president. I don't know if the MP wasn't there. What would they have done?
How it all happened? I don't know if it was all planned. I don't know.
Because the MP was there and the tomatoes were just there in boxes.
Maybe he was just at the right place at the right time.
At the right time.
He just came in.
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy that they could actually use that channel to voice out their plea to the government and the president. And I'm so happy that the president really had to step in.
Yeah, immediately. I think barely 6 hours after that video. Let's take a look at the video.
Ehaya Asante Akyem North. Baby e gina sisi ya agogo. Na ye hwe ntosi fefefe a akuafo e gina ha yi. A harvest ya. Na kire say Asante Akyem North ye obibi. Enche bebre e na Great Minister Honorable Erikopoku. One the deputy Miami nua Honorable John Dumelo. Eba Asante Akyem North be share ye bo so mbeboa yen ampa. Enso na no Honorable Erikopoku omo mame fertilizer 1,000 bags. Ama be che bia makuafo. Ye hwen to som dia ba da case wo nyina ye 500 Ghana cedis 5 million. Enso almost struggle so mo benya atokwa mo mato. Eni nti me fa kwanya kase so na mabo atofo a mu kumase ne nkran se momfa mo ani nkire Asante Akyem North agogo kento se efe adaka nyina ye 500 Ghana cedis as a member of parliament se kuafo ye adwuma we nyina na se e difficult se omo betimi atofo betimi ato a me da mi ntimi na eni ntimi sremo mumra meye mo na Asante Akyem North akuafo so omo mfa mo ntoma pafura omo abom ho modern adwuma efe entre omo ye so ade hu ne se ye benya adwuma ma mabunu na ye nti ka we e ba ye ya atofo ehwo ye den a omo ntimi metoi nanka ye we na nanka e ba ye factory ama mabunu domin mabunu agogo mabunu Asante Akyem North mabunu anya adwuma ye sane ye be ya ye betimi adane we nti tomato puree ama yetimi export yetimi aton bi organa ha ma kuafo no so nya musika ntentem ti me fa kwanya kase so na me dia sre His Excellency John Dramani Mahama madawro ma me sre mi ko mi koto dem oye bebre di amame oye bebre di ama Asante Akyem North enei ye pese wo ye bibi ma Asante Akyem North ekoso kaiwo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama humi mobo the MP for Asante Akyem North Ohene Kwame Frimpong me ni me kuafo yi ni fa kwanya kase yi so ni yetimi nya tomato factory e wa Asante Akyem North. Your Excellency, me coming to Jenny Esrao.
So following that that very video by the Member of Parliament of Asante Akyem North, Frimpong Kwame Ohene Asante, actually better known as OK Frimpong, that's Ohene Kwame Asante. The Director of Presidential Initiatives in Agriculture and Agribusiness, that's Dr. Peter Boama Otukono, relayed the information swiftly within about 6 hours that the president has directed that they should buy all the boxes that are currently going waste, because they are perishable goods, right? If they don't buy them quickly, they would go to waste. Quickly, he made that pronouncement, and it meant that at that point in time, all the consignment of the farmers were supposed to be brought to the presidency, not presidency per se, but the district assembly, the municipal as a chief executive officer has to take them up. So they'll distribute them to SHS within the constituencies. But the issue is that where do they get food to feed the senior high school students when they know the farmers within the locality farm these very products?
I think it has been the same debate over the long period where they would rather themselves go import products and all these things that we are having the capacity to actually produce all those products. They just go outside to Burkina Faso
to go and bring. But do you think government goes to Burkina Faso to bring in farm produce?
No. They purchase it from the importers who brought it in here or something. But one thing that I know for sure is that most of our tomatoes that we are currently having in Ghana, we import most of them from Burkina Faso.
When we have farmers who are here who can produce in the same capacity, then I think that's very bad. Right?
I don't know the mentality behind just going to that extreme to go bring to something that we can
produce. That's why I think the agri minister and the director of initiative, agribusiness and agriculture initiatives, Dr. Peter Otukono, that I just mentioned his name, they should probably pick it up and be buying it from local farmers. They shouldn't wait for MPs to make appeals. But particularly, I think the MP, when he was addressing us in the video, he particularly said he wanted a tomato factory. A tomato factory that can be able to convert the raw tomatoes into probably tomato puree that they can package and sell, right? And I thought that was the bigger picture, right? Okay, right now they want the produce to be cleared. So in the immediate short term, the government needed to clear the consignment that they have, because they cannot let the consignment be there and then now go and set up a factory. By the time they set up the factory, the consignment would have been perished because it's perishable, right? So I understand the president directing the GES and the one in charge of agribusiness and agriculture, Dr. Peter Otukono, to buy them. I understand, but he particularly made mention that they should give them a factory. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think he made mention of the tomato factory and the shito factory.
Tomato factory and shito factory.
Yeah,
yes. Then I didn't listen well.
Yeah. So,
but that shito. Oh yeah, it's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible.
It is very possible. And if you know Ghanaians, the students, the young games, everybody, shito is now a staple food. In relation to cakes and stuff.
We love our shito. Very hot. I love it very, very hot. So they can package it so that it can last like up to a year, so they can export. Even the Ghanaians outside who want the original Ghanaian shito flavor, right? So I think that appeal was the step in the right direction.
It's a very good initiative, but all the same, the very initiative that they had to sell it to the government, for the government to maybe distribute it among the
senior high schools.
It's also a good idea. If we are not even having the machinery to start off
with the tomato factory,
we can think about at least, I think this year, the number of people that wrote to us was around 400,000 flat.
400,000.
So if you are trying to compare everything,
almost 500,000.
500,000. Because it is those from the second years coming to third years that increase up to that number. So first year, second year,
that's more than 1 million.
It's about 1 million
that
people.
Should be more than 1 million people
being fed each day.
Yes, morning, afternoon, evening.
They can make
3 square meals, right? 3 square meals a day. And I know with the right structure in place, farmers like the ones in Asante Akyem North wouldn't be stranded with their farm produce, right? They will always have a system where farm produce will be directed towards, I think the entity in charge of distributing food to the SHS is called the National Buffer Stock, right? The National Buffer Stock should restructure its ways to be able to collect some of these items and distribute them It's not always that an MP will come and make a video for you to go and buy, right? Either way, we'll tell you about what other farmers are doing relating to this. But until then, when the promise was made, it was taking a while for them to fulfill it. Because with government, the bureaucratic system takes longer. So people are now like, Mahama said they should buy it, they're not buying it. And the reason why the promise delayed was that, according to Ohene Kwame Frimpong, they were doing paperwork for them to buy the tomatoes. However, they told the farmers to give them the farm produce that is stranded, so they'll pay them later. Do you know what the farmers did? They refused.
I can't trust the government where they pay. They go into a contract with contractors.
Yeah,
to fix the road and build business and stuff. And they will drag this case in court.
For a very long time. So the farmers didn't agree to give the things out before payment. They wanted cash and carry. So that was the reason why the whole fulfillment of Mahama's promise delayed up till about this week. I think earlier in the week. I think around Tuesday or Wednesday. That finally Mahama's promise was fulfilled when Ohene Kwame Frimpong, the MP of Asante Akyem North, I beg your pardon, went to the market. He landed in the market with bundles of cash.
Dramani Mahama saw ya na mumo na baso. Jende wa ha nyina ke ebi na woso nyina ye toni na. Okay, Frimpong, my name is MC Honorable Saramu Akwan de gina ha yi. Na enche bebre e na ye mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ete Equiafo was Asante Akyem North. Problems. And less than 6 hours. And then Kraba said, or toji any na any tomatoes in na. O mampenia ya de na mwemo esemano. Udi pakro udi untosi sika ni mwa. Yeah, the sika ide. Ama we cash and carry. 24-hour economy. Mamcho, mwa muniama wa no mwa yi o mo maji musika o. Mema mchamu wa mu maji musika. Why be am near turning toast? Be osumi patrol. Be osumi patrol.
Ana bo esuni o. Agudi o.
1,008, one and isika, one and in toast.
Mama agata.
Mami. O mampania ya de na momprena.
Ebona John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency President of Ghana, share you know. Jumadi ni na ekoso no. Jene wa Asante Akyem nyina otoni nyina de akwa koma school for no. Ntosi ni so otoni nyina.
Ejene na enya tofo. Ama MP be hu jene. Kan nyina. Ana so be boa ye. Ana ko su kire mampedi. Ana mampedi sanete a. O ba be sajene ama. Mampedi. Ani ne pedi fo nyina so ye da wo mase.
Ujene ni yesay.
This year I 72 bags now.
72 bags.
Then 72 bags, but we have 500 Ghana cedis.
But the Asante Akyem North there. This moment there, a privilege mine because any idea na Jenny no. Ye nya obi a auto.
If you go pro na tinso na bola na aboboka. Tafi de papa de ye shana ke yawu.
50 cities to 100 cities no muchechi amaye. Yeah, the bar 50 cities, 100 cities. About it tiabo no 300 cities.
Mama beba. Mama beba.
Member Mahama Basso, so I had well as a MPP. Ebenipa do say, historical day, this is that. Sir, we have one to see it big dog. Now, pull on we have one to be gone. I came with them. Janet Mabuna Puro, what about Timabuna Puro, and another day, Dick Kanya, Manya Viadio Sion. I'm a near who be ago. So,
He bought every box for about 500 Ghana cedis, right? And the onions to 300 Ghana cedis. And according to the farmers themselves, those who usually buy it at lower cost. They buy it lower than the amount that the government offered for them. So that means that the government is a better purchasing partner, right? Don't you think?
I think him adding an additional amount of money to subsidize the things for them was actually good.
It was very encouraging.
It was really smart of them going to bring in the big guns. They know that it got to that point where they couldn't really do anything. It's either it goes waste
or something. And the tomatoes are very perishable. You leave it there for a day or two and it will be rotten, right? So I think President Mahama has saved them a great deal of loss, right?
Yeah. Superman, and he came in with his cape and everything.
Do you know the president is currently in New York for the ONGA? I call it ONGA. That's the United Nations General Assembly. Isn't it ONGA? President Mahama is currently at the ONGA, or how do you call it?
or what?
All the way from ONGA, the United Nations General Assembly. He's doing good in his country. He's saving farmers from losing money.
I listened to some of his speech over there, and the accent was lying.
Don't mind him. So, Ohene Kwame Frimpong was in the market, and everybody was happy. Like, we couldn't show you the whole video, but everybody was happy. You can find the extended video on other platforms, but for this video, that's as much as we can show you. So, everybody was happy within Asante Akyem North, right? Yes, and all the farmers are happy. And very soon they will have more produce. What would happen? National buffer stock should find a way of creating for them, and better still, they should also they should also set up the factory,
or at least to get a warehouse where they can gather all these farmers
and preserve them
a little bit. Maybe if the factory isn't coming in anytime soon, they can.
We know with government, it will take a long time. The bureaucratic system alone will take like 6 months. By the time that they'll be starting, that's like another 1 year. So it will take a very long time. But either way, in the short to medium term, finding a way of always channeling their farm produce would help. At the end of the day, they farmed and they must get their money for it. Speaking about farmers who are stranded, some rice farmers too, or sellers too, have also hit the internet with their video.
It's about to go down.
Don't be small. And they are making a passionate appeal. This one, there's no MP deal, but they now are making a passionate appeal to Dramani Mahama, the president of Ghana.
Yeah, Papa. Mahama, yes, round. Ya power show ya the yes, round. What I'm going to mine. Ya make school. Everyone else in training. Everyone of us. Ya the been so quiet. Sabra ya me no kase. Who be yes school? Shamu aguha. Eba ya debye. Ya mo na for nyasa ne boarding. Shamu asumini. Where ya asuni na ya 1.6. For amona for. Ati Mahama yes now. And I had to go to double form. You had to go to double form. You had to go to double form. Mahama boy away. But for my
So because Mahama bought the 3,000 bags and boxes of onion and tomatoes, now he has to come and buy rice too.
They say if the elephants fall to the ground, even the ants will come and
yes. Hey, where they open Mujado door? They didn't because now look at the amount of rice within the meal, and they're telling Mahama to come and buy.
The president is not even in the country right now. He's so much focused on something else.
He's at ONGA in the US.
ONGA, you and the
UN General Assembly. These rice farmers and sellers too. Won't take a break, kakra. Then next time somebody will do passionate appeal, the president will not mind the person. Because he knows the moment he minds one, 1,000 others will also come with their appeals.
But one thing that I'm happy about this is they can preserve the rice.
Rice is not perishable. At least to some extent, rice is not as perishable.
Maybe solicit for his help
Yeah.
come in, but not giving me the pressure like
to buy it. And then look at the bags within the place that we were talking. Oh my God. You people take it easy on our president now. Even if it is pocket money he's in to buy this thing, won't it finish? But either way, maybe the buffer stock people should also find a way of buying this local rice and distributing it to the SHS because no matter what SHS will always eat. And it's free SHS. So everybody will go there with what? With a cup in hand. Cup and bowl in hand.
Regardless of you thinking that the local rice is not the best for you.
Oh,
you don't have any other
that one they shouldn't say that. You know, local rice is more nutritious than the polished rice. They've taken away almost all the nutrients in it, and it's now a pale image of itself. The local rice now has all the ingredients. Like you look at it and you can see, say, just one is very nutritious. So they should start serving our SHS students with this. And I know our farmers will be happy. Our farmers and sellers will be happy. But please, Ghanaians, respect yourself. He has bought tomatoes, doesn't mean tomorrow. Tomorrow, Pepper Celeste will come and say, Mama, come and buy. The next day,
we are coming in here. Those that completed university just now, just don't go do any national service. Go work, drop your certificate somewhere, go and work, and put the pressure on the government. That is where the money is coming from.
We are too dependent on the government. That's too much. That's too much. So, farmers, respect yourselves. Only when it's critical, like when the things are going bad, like the way the tomatoes were going bad, then you call on the president.
So
that.
Their friends are cashing out, and you want to cash out.
So it's cash out easy for them.
That's the style.
They should be measured in their action. But Ohene Kwame Frimpong, he's an independent candidate for the Asante Akyem North, the MP, and he's currently aligning with the majority in parliament. Like the way that he was able to capture the seat was very surprising. But after he won, and that's the reason why the people voted for him. He's giving the people scholarships, initiatives, like very, very nice initiatives within the Asante Akyem constituency. Almost everybody loved. You know, even there was a time that one Saturday he went and sat among the community members, cooked for them. When they chef, he removed his cap as an MP and became chef. Ohene Kwame Frimpong.
Was it before election or
after the election?
Wow.
After the election, he was cooking for them. Look at the video. He was cooking like where they cook at home. He was cooking for them. Like I'm not saying like the MP's role is to cook for them, or like it shows how down to earth he is. Because this wasn't before the election. It was after the election. Like he just felt one day he doesn't have anything to do in the house. He just went outside, bought ingredients, cooked, and the whole community ate. Don't you think this man is so down to earth, and what he's doing is like out of the ordinary?
Yeah, he has really gone out of his league to actually make sure that everything is actually successful. Aside from him providing grants to people to go to school and stuff, it is so much good to actually sit and dine with your people. They voted for you.
Yeah,
I quite to remember there was a video circulating back then that he former vice president. Baumia, he, as in a plea to solicit for votes, he just went to various communities and sat down with them pound food and stuff before the election.
The VIP back then, pound food with them.
As he came to run for the
bearship. So he did that for votes. But Ohene Kwame Frimpong did it after the election. So I think the difference is very clear.
Yeah, I think it was very nice.
One just felt like doing it because Frimpong, after they voted for you, you don't even need to come back to the community. And some of these MPs, after becoming MPs, they feel they're demigods.
They travel to the States. They travel, they go stay over there. We also what happened to the MP from Kwabenya.
Yeah.
My own place called Kwabenya.
That's Adjusafo. She came back and she was lying and she was like, my party. Anyway, Ohene Kwame Frimpong is doing the yeoman's job, and I think we should all support him. For him being an independent candidate and doing all this within one term, Asante Akyem North people, if they vote against him, I'm very disappointed in them. But there's some good stuff happening with respect to an MP doing the Lord's work, doing what he's supposed to do, and President Mahama and his designate doing the right thing too by making sure they salvage the situation that arose. Any final words for you?
Okay, so I think I saw a video of the distribution to Prempeh College in Kumasi, where
the food items.
Yeah. tomato stuff, and they have already been distributed.
So nothing is going to waste.
Nothing is going to waste. I think since it is a perishable product, they just have to distribute it as quickly as possible. But my issue over here is that there are times in senior high school where you see the matron come to school empty-handed. But when the matron is moving out of the school, they carry poly bags and be moving out of the school.
This matter is another episode. Because the matrons in SHSs, the way that they were taking our sardine, our milk, our provisions. You go to the dining hall, they'll tell you there's a shortage of this and that and that.
Yes.
Meanwhile, all those are in the matron's house.
Sometimes
what are they doing there?
They pick the school staff to go and sell it somewhere else. So I'm just pleading with the matrons and the cooks and stuff.
SHS people.
Just try to just maintain the little that we're having.
Cook for our kids. God will bless you. Even if He doesn't bless you, cry now. Just do for them.
I think that is a few I have to say.
Yeah. So Mahama coming through for Asante Akyem North through their MP. And he went there with the MC of the constituency. And I think everything was blessed by then. This has been Talk Chaw. My name is Chris, and I've been doing this with
Percy. See you in the next video.